everyone, my name is Love, and for today's video, I'm just gonna be sharing some tips for new immigrants who are looking for an affordable or convenient apartment when you are starting here in Canada. So I am currently here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. So the tips that I'm gonna be giving might differ from different provinces, but if by any chance you are moving here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, so this is what I've experienced being a new immigrant in Manitoba and living alone as a single independent woman. So my situation might not be the same for those who are coming here with a wife or with a husband, with a partner, or if you're moving here with the whole family, right? So these tips that I'm gonna give might be different from you, but maybe some of the tips might be applicable to any situation. So let's not take this introduction long. I'm gonna start with the tip number one. Number one is to find an apartment or a unit that is closer to your workplace. So let's get this straight, because you are gonna spend most of your time, most of your days at work, because you're starting your life here, you don't have anything yet, so you are starting, so you are building your life again here. Work is your priority at this moment. So for me, it is very helpful if you live closer to your workplace, so that it can save you time traveling, especially when it is winter, so it's hard to drive, it's hard to take bus. But if you live closer, it's gonna save you a lot of time and effort. So when you got here, if you find a job that you really want, find an apartment that is closer to your workplace. So like for example, for me, I only walk to work, so it really saves me a lot of time, and it saves me Pego cards, so it saves me money for bus fare, it saves me money for cab, it saves me money. I don't need to buy a car at this moment because I don't need it. Number two is to make sure that you take a look on your environment. Make sure that you check the community of the apartment that you're going to stay. For example, they're gonna say that downtown is scary, downtown is not safe, but there are some places in downtown that are safe, like especially in my current location. So I am living here in downtown, and so far, thank God that I am safe, and the community that I am in are, but just to make sure, like for me, my work is only 8 to 5. My work is office, clinic hours. I don't have to stay late outside. I make sure that I don't go out late at night because of course it's not safe. Number three, make sure that the other utilities are included in the rent. Like for example, the hydro, the electricity, the water. Make sure that it is included in the rent that you are paying every month, so it saves you money. Because I've experienced it the first time that I moved to an apartment, and the hydro is not included, and it is a headache because it's hard to budget if the hydro bill is not fixed every single month. And then I moved to another apartment which they include all the other utilities like the hydro and the water, so I'm only thinking about the monthly rent, and I can consume water, a lot of water. I can do my bathtub every week, and I am not afraid to overuse the heater or the air condition. So it really, because I have a peace of mind that I am not gonna pay an extra amount of money for consuming all these utilities, right? That is for the third tip. And number four. So number four tip is that if you've been living in the same apartment for a period of time, maybe 1 or 2 years, don't be shy to ask your landlord if they are offering discount or if they can give you 1 month free because you've been a good tenant, you've been paying your rent on time. And if they say no, that's okay. If they said yes, and that's absolutely perfect, right? Whatever is their response, it's okay as long as you try, because it's gonna save you money too, and there's no harm on trying. They are very nice here, and then I mean, like, they're gonna understand your condition or your situation, right? Especially for me, like, I am living here in Canada alone, so I need to to bargain everything just to save money. Number 5 tip is that if you're moving in to an apartment for the first time, when they do the conditioning when you're moving in, to make sure that you check everything inside the apartment that needs to be fixed. Make sure that it is that the landlord is aware on that, because if not, it's gonna harm your damage deposit. When you are renting an apartment, they will ask for a damage deposit, so when you move out, anything that need repair, they will deduct it into your damage deposit. And as much as possible, we don't want it to happen. We want our damage deposit back when we are finally moving out from that unit, right? Number 6, when you've already stayed in your apartment and sometimes there's gonna be things that needs to be repaired, make sure that you notify your landlord first, and they will fix it for you. And don't do it yourself. Even if you know that you can do it, you can repair it, don't be hesitant to inform your landlord, because they are responsible for anything in your apartment. You are just renting the unit, and yeah, and it will also save you time and money and effort to fix something that are broken. No. Number 7 tip. So of course, when you move here in Canada, you don't have any furniture, you don't have anything with you, so you are buying everything. And sometimes if we are saving money, we're gonna buy secondhand, or we're gonna look for people who are giving hand-me-down furniture. But be careful about it, because we don't want to bring anything unnecessary in our unit, right? Like, for example, the bed bags. I have experienced this from my previous apartment, because I was trying to be very cheap, because you know, it's hard. I mean, if you can save money, you will want to, right? And I have experienced it, like a hand-me-down furniture. It's a sofa, and I didn't realize that it has bed bugs. It was a headache because bed bugs are worse. Yeah, just to make sure that to be careful about bringing things inside your apartment. Make sure that it is from a bed bug free house or environment. So number 8, if you're living alone and you want to save money on rent, because rent are expensive here, especially if you are living in downtown area. Rent here are expensive because it's in the center of the city, right? If you can have a roommate, so you can share all the bills, the rent, the internet. But if you are not comfortable living with someone, I mean, you have to sacrifice on other budget, like maybe you can cut back on your food budget. Yeah, so if you want to save money, have a friend. So number 9, there are programs for Manitobans, for new immigrants, and it is called the Rent Assist. I'm gonna link the website down below. So If you are a minimum earner or a single mother, I think if you're in the low income range, they can give you assistance. They can help you with paying your rent. So we did this before when I was living with a roommate, just giving us monthly support for the rent. That is a good thing here in Manitoba, that they have a lot of support for new immigrants, because you know it is really hard to start your new life in a foreign country, right? So just utilize all the supports that you can get from the government being a new immigrant. Just search on Google, search on their website, ask people, ask immigrants, ask someone who already experienced moving here to Canada. Don't be afraid to ask. So number 10 tip is for the monthly rent payment, have it on auto debit so that you're not gonna miss any payment, because it's gonna harm your credit, right? So that is all for the tips, apartment tips that I have gathered for the past 3 years that I've been living in an apartment here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. If you have more tips that I didn't mention or I didn't know, you can comment it down below so we can also help other new immigrants who are coming here to Canada to start a new life. So that is all for this video, and I hope that you find this video helpful. See you next time. Take care. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.